Oh, this is where I pumped some water and I found these huckleberries. Delicious. Where's my water source? That was alright. This is where I found the huckleberries, right here. I'm not sure what they are. There's some kind of spider trapdoor. There's a bunch of them here. I don't see any ants moving. Is that something? That looks like a deer hoof there. There's another one there. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, that's a deer hoof. Not easy to step over this one. Big Leaf Award. Mount Hood, noticeably larger. It's like someone's stone patio right here. Here's a pika den. There's like these little critters and they make a little dee dee noise. You heard it. That was like a video game. I just passed 8 guys that's camped over at Watham Lake. And I've been riding the ridge and it's sort of been in the shadow of this Senator mountain. And so it hasn't been too sunny. I didn't put any sunscreen on. I've just been riding right below the ridge in the shade. It's been easy going. I know the lake is to my right and down. It says Columbia River left, Wadham Lake right. So, oh, here, there's a shortcut. Shortcut to southbound PCT. Let's go straight to the lake. Beautiful Wadham Lake. I went swimming. I had lunch, which consisted of a cup of oats in a lot of water, barbecue chips, a 1 bar, which is like protein coconut chocolate deliciousness, and almonds, and I'll make a electrolyte drink on my way out. Yeah, it looks like someone else had lunch here. But completely satisfactory, enjoyable, and I'm good to go. Log jam. This must be the inflow for the lake. I mean, I guess when water is high, I mean, hard to imagine all this stuff coming down some creek, but who knows? These are all huckleberries here. Yeah, they're ripened here. Tastes like blueberries. There's just like butterfly after butterfly crossing the trail here. You can see them. Must be headed somewhere. That looks like the most awesomest chair. I'm taking it. Mount Hood. Large as life. Road crossing, Indian Springs trailhead and campground. And here's a blaze. That's what I'm on. You're gonna like this. I'm above tree line here. This is mostly just fields and a couple spare trees. And here's a cairn. They use this to mark the trail when you're above tree line because there's no trees to put up markers on. But if I wanted to go to the top of Indian Mountain, it's that way. But I'm gonna just carry on the PCT. 3-mountain view here. Mount Adams, that's the closest one. And then over here is Mount St. Helens, missing its top. And then over here, in the center of the screen with the white snow on top, is Mount Rainier, my first view of it on this trip. Pretty spectacular. My hands are actually blue from huckleberries. This is huckleberry madness. I'm just following the cairns now. And I have a feeling Mount Hood is around the corner. Well, it's a beautiful forest here, and this is the watershed for Portland. It's called the Bull Run, and this sign says, yeah, we're leaving it, but I'm going this way, so we're entering it. But it's a really pretty place. I have about 10 miles left. Hopefully I'll get into Lost Lake around dinner time. I passed like probably a dozen through hikers in fairly quick succession, and you know, mostly younger people and moving fast, but it was fun to see them whiz by. And then they'll be entering Washington in the final state, heading to the Canadian border. So it's exciting. They're all like hiking machines by now. Okay, there she is. This is so typical of the PCT. This surely goes straight down. And over here, this is like a sheer cliff. So, yeah, you're on like a little ridge line, straight up into the trees. It's kind of cool. Walking through the rocks again. This last stretch was through the brush, berry laden bushes, just pushing through, berries everywhere. Getting bigger. The salmon berries hide underneath, so if you just get underneath, you can see all the yellow salmon berries there. Okay, these salmon berries look good enough to eat. Let's see what they taste like. They're juicy, and they just have a very subtle, not so sweet peach flavor. This has been the story of the last 10 miles of my trip here. Rock pile, and then back into the bushes, and then rock pile, back into the bushes. Oh yeah, once again, the trail is overgrown. There's the first view of Lost Lake. I don't know what those little white bumps are, whether they're boats or whether the lake is low and they're rocks. Hard to know. So I go to the end of the lake, and then I take the Huckleberry Mountain Trail down to the lake, and that'll be the end. I guess I would call that a mountain peaking. Oh, one more handful. Delicious. This is an unbelievable view of the moon over Mount Hood. Check that out. See if you can see the moon right above the peak on the rightish. It's inviting to go up, but I am too tired. This leaf is not having a good day. Yeah, and it just got worse. There's a blowdown. 1, 2 is giant. 3. This is madness. Destruction right through the trail. The last uphill is behind me. I'm still on the PCT for maybe a mile more, and then I will drop down to the lake. But it's been fun. I'm beat. I'm really tired, but I'm gonna make it. Okay, I recognize this. This is a campsite at the at the junction of the Huckleberry Mountain Trail. I'm going to Lost Lake, 2 miles. 2 miles. Not too bad. I sat on this bench for like 20 minutes. I was like rooted to the spot. It was so comfortable. I got a mile left, all downhill.